Integrity helps us build trust. Integrity is a cornerstone of trust. When you look at your relationships, when you look at your friendships, integrity is actually a very key piece of you having trust within those relationships, right? When we act with integrity, others know that they can rely on us to be honest and consistent. And that right there is so fundamental to building and maintaining healthy relationships, right? So if integrity builds trust, right? So, okay, Josh, I get it. Integrity is important and crucial in helping us build trust in our relationships, in our friendships, and all of those things. What is trust? Like that's the next logical question, right? Like what is trust? When you think about trust, like what is trust? People often use trust in a lot of different concepts when they talk about it, in a lot of different contexts when they talk about it. How do we define trust? You know me, I like definitions. So here's how we're going to be defining trust. And this definition was actually from Charles Feldman. And I really liked his definition of trust. And it says this: trust is choosing to risk making something you value vulnerable to another person's actions. Choosing to risk making something you value vulnerable to another person's actions. All right. So that is trust. Choosing to take what is important to you and trust that to somebody else. Right. So choosing to take whether you're at work and you have a task that you need to delegate, right? You're going to give that to somebody that you feel that is a valuable thing to you. You want that thing to get done. You're going to give it to someone that you feel like can actually get the thing done because it's important to you, right? Think about a relationship, right? Think about your a friendship, right? Like you're going to give somebody the information of what's going on in your life if you feel like they can steward that information well. You feel like you can trust them with that important information. So that's trust. Now that we know what trust is, what is distrust? What does it mean to not have trust in somebody? So distrust looks like what is important to me is not safe with this person in this situation or in any other situation, right? So when we have distrust, when we don't trust someone, it's like what is important to me is not safe with this person at all, right? Sometimes in this situation, it's not safe, or it could be in any situation where it's just like, by no means do I want to be giving trust to this person. Or it could be like, I trust certain people with certain things, right? So it's just like, it's not a all or nothing thing. And I think this definition was just super helpful for me as I kind of thought to trust and helped me frame what trust was, right? So in other words, just like trust says, like, I'm safe, I can handle whatever happens, I can be open and forthcoming, right? That's what trust says. But distrust basically says, I'm not safe, I can't handle what this person might do, I'm not very sure, and I feel like I'm gonna need to protect myself, right? And we see trust flesh out in a lot of different ways. It's not just with super big situations. Like the other day, let me tell you, I've been getting into my Chick-fil-A sandwiches and all the things, and I've just got put on to the spicy chicken sandwich, right? So I go to Chick-fil-A and I order the spicy chicken sandwich, and whatever Chick-fil-A I go to, I know that if I order that sandwich, I trust that it will taste the same at every one because they all work and operate at the same thing, right? So I trust and I expect that that it will taste the same and they will cook it the same and it will be the same experience with everywhere I go, right? That's another illustration in a type of how one can actually trust something, right? Whether we have friendships, we have relationships, we choose to trust or not trust those people that we interact with certain things, and we choose to not trust them with certain things. Whether or not we feel safe, whether or not we don't feel safe, we go back and forth with that trust. So I just want you to remember this. Remember that trust is choosing to risk making something you value vulnerable to another person's actions. And when we're trying to build and practice integrity, trust is a key piece in that, because if we cannot, if we are not people of integrity, people will not trust us with things. So it's just like, that's one reason why we should be people of integrity, because trust comes with integrity.